Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back from the Optc video, and in today's video we have another no-stall team, yes! Against the Forest of Training Magnetic with level limit break 5 V1 Blackbeards. That's the team, those are the supports, let's dive on in. Now, because this is a no-stall run, I'm actually going to showcase the whole Forest. I don't normally do that, we normally start at level 11, because that's where the Forest actually starts to get challenging. But with Blackbeard and his level limit break, and the release of the new Sengoku, I'm going to take you down a little bit of a trip down memory lane, because these two original legends, V1 Sengoku I do mean, as well as Blackbeard before he's 6+, before his level limit break, were my two OGs. I used to run these guys so frequently, not together obviously. I used to run Sengoku back in the day. I used to think he was a really cool legend. I didn't really know what I was doing in the game. Had stuff like Neko, but I was running Sengoku. Don't you judge me in the comment section. I see you. I see you. However, then I did realize the power of Akainu, and I was trying some shenanigans with V1 Blackbeard, as well as V1 Akainu. So they're my two OGs, and hybriding the two new versions of them, obviously V2 Sengoku with the level limit break of the 6+ Blackbeard, we actually managed to get this team to no-stall the Forest of Training Magnetic, which was actually insane. Blackbeard, with his captain ability, can actually go through defensive effects. However, you do need to build the team up around 4 of the base classes, and with Sengoku, you do need to bring one of every single color, and for this particular team, we actually satisfy both of those conditions, which is actually really, really fun. So, with Blackbeard's level limit break expansion, at level 5, he becomes a 4.5 times attack booster, which ignores all defensive effects, except for defense up. So he gets around barriers, he gets around damage reduction, he gets around threshold, which is very prevalent in this particular Forest. So he works out very, very nicely. And a 4.5 times Rainbow Captain, if you satisfy those 4 classes on the team anywhere, is very, very good. Sengoku, he actually satisfies the fighter condition as well. On the Apu stage, where we start to get a little bit more challenging, we have the support of Izo and Kiku on our Whitebeard and Roger unit. They're going to remove the paralysis, and Whitebeard and Roger are so good for this team because they actually satisfy 2 of the Blackbeard conditions, as well as having an absolutely crazy switch ability. They satisfy the slashers, they satisfy the strikers, and their switch ability literally carries our damage through every single stage. It's actually wild. On the Capone stage, we don't have to worry about the damage reduction, we don't have to worry about the threshold. We can just burst through it, thanks to Blackbeard and his amazing captain ability. He's got a 1.5 times HP boost, makes Dex Orbs beneficial, and when you launch a damage reduction threshold or damage null effect on yourself, he converts it into a 1.75 color affinity buff. Now, the big downside to Blackbeard's captain ability is getting around defense up. Now, to get around defense up for this particular team, I did bring the original Kuzan that came out alongside, Rare Recruit Kuzan that came out alongside Versa Akainu and Ace, as well as the new Akainu that came out alongside Sengoku. Both of these characters can actually remove defense up, and both of them satisfy the criteria for the Super Tandem ability for the new V2 Sengoku as well, which is very, very nice. Not only that, but Kuzan is actually a shooter, which satisfies the last class condition we do need for Blackbeard. But with Kuzan, we actually need... Not Kuzan, I did it again. Sengoku, we actually need to satisfy 1 of every color. And for this particular team, we actually do. Blackbeard satisfies our Dex color, which is great. Sengoku's our Psi. And then with the 2 Admirals of Akainu and Kuzan, we get the Strength and the Quick. The final color we need to satisfy is the Int color. And with Whitebeard and Roger, we actually have half of that. However, we are going to be switching with Whitebeard and Roger every single turn. So that way we get the 1.5 times attack and orb boost. So I did bring Chopper and Carrot, the free-to-play character that doesn't even have a limit break. And they were actually so good for this team. But I'll talk about that once we actually get to where they shine. They are actually going to be our int character, but they can be a quick character if you are in the Roger effect. Now, the only time we use Blackbeard's special is on this particular turn. He's great because he can remove block orbs, he removes bind. With his level limit break, he removes attack down as well, which is godly. However, we don't need it for this fight. But he also gives 1 million fixed damage if you have normal attacks only that ignores normal attacks only, as well as being a 2.25 times attack boost rainbow for your entire crew, which is absolutely awesome. Now, on this particular stage against Hawkins, X-Drake, and Page 1, this is where things started to get a little bit challenging for this particular team. This is where I had a little bit of the hiccups, but that's where Sengoku actually started to come in clutch. On this particular stage, we did need to remove the defense up, and to do that, we actually utilized the Akainu character. Akainu is not only going to remove 5 turns of defense up, but he can actually give us a guaranteed conditional boost as long as we have 1 of every color on the team. And we obviously do because we're rocking V2 Sengoku. V2 Sengoku is a 5.5 times captain for the entire crew as long as you have 1 of every color. And with Akainu changing into the captain, he can actually give himself a super type advantage, which makes our strength characters hit harder against Dex. Only that is for Akainu. However, it really helps out on this particular stage, as we can actually just absolutely bury one of either X-Drake, Page 1, or Hawkins with Akainu becoming captain as well, he actually becomes like a ridiculously strong captain. When they become captain in the fight, they give themselves an extra 1.3 times on top of being a 4 times captain as long as you have every single color on the crew. So Akainu is actually a stronger captain than what Blackbeard is. So keeping him as the captain helps out a lot because he does a lot of damage. And as you can see there, we managed to take out X-Drake, Page 1, and Hawkins very, very smoothly, very, very nicely. Thanks to the super switch of Wadger as well, giving ourselves a full board of orbs. Now, on this stage against King is where the Chobro unit finally shines. Now, we get despaired on this stage, and we lose our ship, which is very annoying because we actually have the remove sound effects debuff, and he perfects here is very annoying. King has the damage reduction and threshold, which we don't have to worry about thanks to Blackbeard and his awesomeness, as long as we remove that despair. But then we can actually switch with Chobro and Chopper. They make perfects a little bit easier to hit with their switch ability. Because we locked ourselves into an int character with Whitebeard and Roger, we can actually use Chobro to not only make it easy to hit perfects, but we can actually get a color affinity buff thanks to Blackbeard and his amazing new captain ability, which means our boy Akainu is going to hit very, very hard. He also has a final tap because of the switch ability of Whitebeard and Roger. As long as you have an attack and an orb boost, you can get that final tap on any stage, and it works amazingly taking out King there with one fell swoop, which is awesome. Once we hit the Kaido stage, this is where Sengoku really shines. His special can give a 4 times attack and orb boost to one unit, which we are going to give to himself, and then give everyone else tandem slots, so that way we can get access to his super tandem ability. Kaido's normally immune to psi damage, but because of Blackbeard, we don't have to worry about that once again. We can say wham bam, thank you ma'am, and Sengoku is just going to absolutely decimate the scaly beast that is Kaido. On to the final stage here now. Yes, the final stage, 7 minutes into a video. Absolutely wild. We are basically going to take out Kid with literally just our switch ability of Whitebeard and Roger and the super type of Mr. Sengoku himself, which is actually wild. Just a base stat boost, a 1.5 times attack boost, and a 1.5 times orb boost, doing all the damage we need to take out Kid in the Magnetic Forest was absolutely absurd. So there you guys go. It's going to wrap up the video today. Another no-stall team with the new Blackbeard level limit break 5 and the new Sengoku. It's been a lot of fun making some hybrid teams with this particular unit. Let me know your thoughts and opinions of the run in the comment section below. But while you're down there, don't forget to belt the like button. If you are new or you haven't done so already, hit that big red subscribe button. We upload OPTC stuff every single day. Hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on anything. And head over to Twitch, hit me with a follow so you don't miss any summons or any live content as well. Most importantly though, wherever you are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, I thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Lates!